The secret behind Park Chan-wook's 100% Rotten Tomatoes score. Imagine a cinematic masterpiece so audaciously twisted that it snatches a flawless 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, defying the odds in an industry where perfection is rarer than an honest politician. Park Chan-wook's No Other Choice isn't just a film. It's a seismic event poised to conquer global screens. This black comedy thriller, laced with the sharp bite of capitalist satire, has critics worldwide hailing it as a triumph, with every single one of the 60 reviews registered so far bestowing a fresh verdict, locking in that enviable 100% score. It's the kind of acclaim that sends shivers down the spine of cinephiles, evoking the raw thrill of discovering a gem that redefines the genre. Much like Park's earlier works that left audiences breathless and debating for years. As No Other Choice barrels into its fourth week of release in South Korea, it's not slowing down, quite the opposite. Domestically, it commands the top spot in advance ticket sales among Korean films, a testament to the insatiable hunger of local audiences who can't get enough of its intricate plotting and mordant humor. The film's narrative dives deep into the harrowing tale of a man ensnared in the relentless grind of work, the fragility of family bonds, and the primal fight for survival, all rendered through Park Chan-wook's signature lens of moral ambiguity and stylistic flair. Watching it unfold feels like peering into a mirror of modern existential dread. The protagonist's desperation mirrors our own quiet panics in a world where ambition devours the soul, leaving viewers with a lingering unease that's both uncomfortable and profoundly cathartic. This isn't mere entertainment. It's a mirror to society's underbelly, where laughter erupts from the abyss, making you question if you're cheering or mourning. Critics have unleashed a torrent of superlatives, branding it clever, bold, and ambitious, a phrase that captures the film's audacious spirit like a perfectly timed plot twist. One reviewer dubbed it the essence of capitalist realism thriller, pinpointing how Park dissects the machinery of greed and exploitation with surgical precision, turning boardroom battles into visceral showdowns that pulse with tension. Another proclaimed it another proud work by one of the true masters of world cinema, a nod to Park's illustrious career that includes genre-defining hits like Oldboy and The Handmaiden, films that twisted revenge and desire into naughty masterpieces. And then there's the bold claim of it being one of the most captivating films of the year, which resonates deeply. Sitting through it, you're gripped by a narrative so layered that each scene peels back another facet of human folly, leaving you exhilarated yet haunted, as if the screen has infiltrated your subconscious. At the heart of this triumph are the powerhouse performances from Korea's elite Chungmuro actors, a cast that reads like a who's who of cinematic intensity. Lee Byung-hun, with his chiseled intensity and brooding charisma, anchors the lead role, channeling a man on the edge with a vulnerability that pierces straight to the core. His every glance feels loaded with unspoken torment, making you root for him even as his choices spiral into chaos. Son Yoo-jin brings a fiery elegance to her character, her nuanced portrayal of familial strife adding emotional depth that elevates the comedy to tragedy. Her chemistry with Lee sparking scenes that linger like a half-remembered dream. Park Hee-sun, Lee Sung-min, Yum Hae-ran, and Cha Sung-won round out the ensemble, each delivering turns that are nothing short of revelatory. Park Hee's simmering rage, Lee's deadpan wit, Yum's heartbreaking resilience, and Cha's imposing menace create a symphony of conflict that's as harmonious as it is discordant. Under Park Chan-wook's ironclad direction, known for its meticulous framing and rhythmic editing, think the hypnotic stairwell descent in Oldboy or the opulent scheming in The Handmaiden. These performances don't just shine, they ignite, forging a film that's as visually arresting as it is thematically profound. The result? A viewing experience that demands rewatches, with domestic audiences raving that every line of dialogue is delicate, crafted with the precision of a poet's scalpel, and the afterimage stays for a long time, imprinting scenes that replay in your mind long after the credits roll, fueling an almost addictive urge to dive back in and uncover missed nuances. Park Chan-wook's evolution as a director adds another layer of intrigue to No Other Choice. From his Vengeance trilogy, which redefined Korean cinema's global footprint with its unflinching exploration of retribution, Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance, Old Boy, and Lady Vengeance still echo in film studies classrooms worldwide. To his English-language foray, Stoker, a gothic thriller that showcased his versatility, Park has always pushed boundaries. No Other Choice feels like a culmination, blending his penchant for stylized violence and psychological depth with a sharper satirical edge, influenced perhaps by the post-pandemic reckoning with work-life imbalances and economic precarity. The film's black comedy tinges aren't slapstick. They're the dark chuckle of recognition when the protagonist's corporate machinations unravel in absurd, yet all too real ways, reminiscent of Bong Joon-ho's Parasite in its class warfare vibes, but infused with Park's unique erotic undercurrents and moral relativism. Critics note how the script, co-written by Park and his frequent collaborator, weaves in subtle nods to real-world scandals. Think corporate espionage akin to the Samsung Air's trials or the gig economy's soul-crushing demands, making it a timely gut punch that feels eerily prophetic. The buzz isn't confined to Korea. Positive signals are flickering from North America, where advance interest is building like a storm on the horizon. That 100% Rotten Tomatoes score isn't just a badge, it's rocket fuel for international distributors, signaling quality that transcends language barriers. Pre-sales to over 200 countries before a single frame hit theaters smashed the production budget, a feat that underscores Park's bankable brand. His films have historically grossed hundreds of millions globally, with Old Boy alone sparking a remake frenzy and cementing his cult status. Domestically, the repeated viewing fervor is palpable. Audiences emerge from theaters dissecting dialogue that doubles as philosophy, lines that slice through pretense to expose raw truths about loyalty and betrayal. One fan shared online how a particular scene involving a tense family dinner devolving into farce left them laughing through tears, an emotional whiplash that's Park's hallmark, blending hilarity with horror in a way that mirrors life's cruel ironies. Looking ahead, No Other Choice is charting an ambitious global rollout, a strategic blitz designed to capitalize on holiday seasons and festival circuits. It hits Malaysia and Singapore on October 23rd, Thursday, priming Southeast Asian markets where Korean wave Hallyu reigns supreme. Think the fervor for Squid Game or BTS concerts, now channeled into Park's art house edge. The Philippines follows on November 6th, Thursday, tapping into a diaspora audience hungry for high-caliber K-cinema. Eastern Europe opens November 12th, Wednesday, where Park's stylish thrillers have long found fans amid a taste for Eastern Bloc grit. Russia and the CIS states gear up for December 4th, Thursday, potentially riding winter's introspective mood. The crown jewel? North America's Christmas Day premiere on December 25th, Thursday, a bold slot against Hollywood blockbusters, positioning it as thoughtful counter-programming for awards season buzz. More territories roll out in 2026, from Latin America to the Middle East, with whispers of Cannes or Venice retrospectives already swirling. This Rotten Tomatoes stronghold is expected to turbocharge overseas box office, much like Parasite's Oscar sweep did for Korean films, proving that critical darling status can translate to packed theaters and fat profits. The pre-release sales miracle speaks volumes about industry faith in Park. Securing deals across 200-plus nations pre-bow is no small potatoes. It reflects savvy marketing by CJENM, Korea's powerhouse studio, which has backed Park since joint security area and knows his work travels well. Export data shows Korean films raking in $1 billion plus annually abroad, with thrillers leading the charge. The film's technical wizardry, from cinematographer Kim Ji-yoon's shadowy palettes evoking noir classics like Chinatown, to the score's pulsating synths that amp the paranoia, ensures it pops on IMAX and premium formats, drawing tech-savvy crowds. Audience reactions amplify this. Forums buzz with praise for the delicate script, where subtext trumps exposition, and the long-lasting afterimage, scenes like a surreal chase through corporate corridors that blend dream logic with reality, leaving you disoriented in the best way. As eyes turn global, the question looms, can Korea's fever pitch ignite worldwide? Park's track record suggests, yes, The Handmaiden topped charts in Europe, Decision to Leave charmed at Cannes. Yet, no other choice feels fresher. Its capitalist critique hitting harder in an era of inflation woes and AI job threats. Imagine North American viewers, post-holiday slump, discovering this gem amid superhero fatigue. The 100% score could spark viral TikToks and letterboxed raves, propelling it to streaming dominance on platforms like Netflix, which snapped up Park's past works. The cast's star power helps too. Lee Byung-hun's Hollywood creds from G.I. Joe, Son Ye-jin's global rom-com fame via Crash Landing on You. They're bridges to broader appeal. Critics' quotes aren't hyperbole. They're harbingers of awards chatter, with whispers of Golden Globe nods or even Oscars for screenplay. Diving deeper into the film's themes, No Other Choice interrogates the myth of the self-made man in a rigged system, where survival demands ethical compromises that erode the spirit. The protagonist's arc, from dutiful employee to desperate schemer, echoes real-life tales like the Theranos scandal or WeWork debacle. But Park infuses it with Korean specificity. Chaebol dominance, Confucian family pressures, universalized through universal greed. The black comedy shines in moments of absurdity, like a boardroom pitch gone awry, where laughter masks the horror of complicity. Park's direction, with its fluid tracking shots and color-coded symbolism, crimson for blood money, sterile whites for corporate sterility, immerses you in this world, making empathy inescapable. Performances elevate it. Cha Sung-won's villainous gravitas recalls his veteran role, while Yeom Hae-ran's maternal ferocity adds heart-wrenching stakes. Globally, the rollout timing is masterful. Southeast Asia's October debut leverages Diwali vibes for thematic resonance, light amid moral darkness. Philippines' November slot aligns with All Saints, reflections on sin and redemption. Eastern Europe's winter premiere suits the film's chill atmosphere. Russia's December echoing Leviathan-esque critiques of power. North America's Christmas drop? Pure genius, offering intellectual respite from family rom-coms, potentially mirroring Parasite's $260 million haul. 2026 expansions could include Japan, where Park's fans adore his elegance, or India, syncing with Bollywood's thriller boom. The Rotten Tomatoes anomaly, 100% from 60 reviews, is statistically wild. Most films dip below 90% quickly. It underscores Park's mastery, his ability to balance accessibility with artistry. Domestic dominance, with top pre-sales, reflects Hallyu's maturation. Korean box office hit $1.2 billion in 2023, thrillers like The Roundup leading exports. Repeated viewings stem from Easter eggs, hidden motifs linking to Park's oeuvre, like vengeance echoes in Old Boy. Fans feel seen, their work woes validated, emerging empowered, yet wary. Ultimately, No Other Choice isn't just succeeding, it's redefining expectations. Will it carry Korea's spark global? With Park at the helm, backed by stellar cast and unassailable reviews, it's not if, but how explosively. This film lingers, provokes, entertains, a beacon in cinema's firmament, urging us to laugh at our chains while dreaming of breaking them.